Hi, good afternoon or good evening or whenever you're watching, just best is good day. My name is Stephen Fernando. I've been invited to tell you a bit about telling jokes, and I'm going to speak very fast because Miss Mariana given me only 3 minutes. And people like me, we can speak non-stop even without a topic. Toastmasters. So today we're going to talk to you about how to tell jokes. It's very simple. Just like any other art, you got to start off by what I would say having aids. 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 A is for having the right attitude. I is for having the interest. D is for having the desire. And S for then you start. So you have AIDS. You have the right attitude, the interest, the desire, and you start. So how do you start? You start off by collecting jokes. Short jokes. Don't tell long jokes. Some people tell long jokes. You go to the toilet and come back, they're still telling the joke. The most is 2 lines. Like, for example, two boys are fighting. One boy told the other boy, "My father can beat up your father." The other boy said, "Big deal. My mother beats him up every week." See? Or husband and wife quarreling, and why husband tells the wife, "You speak like an idiot." The wife says, "Yeah, so that you can understand me." So what you do is when you have these small short jokes, you record it. When I started off 30 years ago, I had to write in a notebook. Now it's very simple. You can write it on your phone. Open 1 or 2 pages on your phone. Jokes. Anytime you get a short joke, you listen to a joke, you write it out. Then use it whenever you can. Maybe at Toastmaster meetings, at gatherings. Don't worry. Some people say, "Oh, what happens if I tell the joke and they don't laugh?" No problem. Pretend it was not a joke. Anytime you have a chance, tell a joke. That's how we get started. And over a period of time, you'll find there are some jokes that you say or you utter that bring a lot of laughter. You keep it aside. These are the jokes that you'll use often. But don't worry that you might not have enough jokes. If you have the awareness, if you have the attitude, if you have the interest, you will find you can get them from the Reader's Digest, you can get them from magazines, of course in the internet you have a lot, but make sure your jokes are very clean, acceptable to all. That's why, although I do humor and give it in public, I always follow Toastmaster guideline. We don't touch on sex, politics, and religion. Then you are safe. Sex we don't touch. But of course you can do a bit about sex. For example, the husband and wife married for 10 years and a friend asks the husband, "How's your sex life?" He said, "Like Christmas." He said, "Oh, like Christmas you have jingle bell, turkey, wine?" He said, No. Like Christmas, once a year. And that kind of sex you can. See? Politics, you don't touch on politics. Don't hit on the politicians or people who are leading the country. Not good. But you can talk a bit about politics. Just like this politician, every time he goes for election, he loses. He say, "I demand a recount. I demand a recount." One day his wife delivered twins in the hospital. 2 twins. He went to the hospital and they said, "Your wife has delivered twins." He said, "I demand a recount." Then you can touch on religion also in a nice way, not personal. For example, one day the priest was telling children, "Those who want to go to heaven, put up your hand." All put up except one. So he asked the child, "Why you never put up your hand?" He said, "I don't want to go home." Something like that. Right? You get it? So you have to develop catch jokes. But the best part also is tell jokes about yourself. People like it when you laugh at yourself. I make a lot of jokes about bald-headed people because I'm bald-headed. People like it. They like it very much. For example, now you got MCO for 3 months. People had problem going to the barbers. I had no problem. People like me, no problem. Then you make yourself, I'm a bit dark. Dark. I don't know whether you can say I'm dark. One day I went with my wife to the beauty salon and my wife wanted to go there to remove blackheads. So I told the girl at the beauty salon, I also want to remove blackheads. The girl at the beauty salon looked at me, smiled and said, "Uncle, your whole head is black." That's how you tell jokes. And once you collect your jokes, you divide them, you segment them, put them in different areas. One on doctors. A lot of jokes on doctors. This elderly man went to the doctor and he said, young doctor told him he must undergo an operation. The elderly man said, oh, I've never gone for operation before, doctor, I'm scared. The young doctor said, I also have never done an operation before, I'm also scared. But never mind, you first time, I first time. So you keep one on doctors. Then you have one on lawyers. Oh, so many lawyers, lawyers. Two lawyers are fighting in court. One lawyer tells the other, you are a cheat. The other lawyer says, you are a scoundrel. Then the judge says, since you have both identified yourself, can we go on with the proceedings? Lawyers, engineers. Then you have matrons, nurses. The nurse went to the patient, grumpy patient, and said, can I take your temperature? The patient said, why? Don't you have your own? Is it? Something like that. Yeah. Then drivers, cars, anything that happens, always have awareness about humor and laugh at whenever you can, so that you can take it to your meetings yourself. You can make up seminars on that, make up speeches on that. That's why we have humor seminars. Learn to laugh. In Malaysia, there's a lot to laugh. Sometimes you can laugh at the different races. We are very open-minded. We have got Malays, Chinese, Indians. For example, I always like to say, in Malaysia, we have got Bollywood movies. You know Bollywood movies? They come from India, Bollywood movies. So they say in Malaysia, the most popular Bollywood movies are because Bollywood movies are very popular because they are very viewer-friendly. Very viewer-friendly. Why? Because Bollywood movies, the songs go for about 8, 9, 10 minutes. So when the song starts in the Bollywood movie, people who are watching, they can go and do a lot of things. They can go and boil water, they can fry an egg, they can take care of the baby's nappies. They don't miss the film because the Bollywood song is still going on. In Bollywood movies, the fighting is about 29 minutes. Just imagine, once the fighting starts, a person watching the movie can go to the supermarket and come back. They are still fighting. You won't miss anything. And in Bollywood movies, the fantastic thing is one man can fight against 40 people. Have you noticed that? In Superman movies, how many people can fly? Only Superman. In Bollywood movies, everyone can fly. So that's the summary of all this. I hope it's okay. I must tell you, this is the first time I'm doing a recording like this. If anything wrong, please forgive me. Because, I'm a senior citizen. I had to rehearse this for 3 days. Miss Mariana told me to do it, and I had to do it because she's a very nice person. She's a world-renowned speaker. So when she asked me to do, I had to do. So if I make any mistake, forgive me, yeah? I hope someday we will meet, okay? In the meanwhile, I would like to leave you with this. Live to laugh and laugh to live.